the heck going on here now? What the heck is going on here now? Huh. Phone, come on. Why is this doing this? Oh, maybe it flipped on me and I didn't see it. What the heck is going on here now? Okay, where am I at? Maybe it flipped on me. I didn't see it. Why is... Okay. No, let it do that. Technology. Okay. Well, let it do that. Okay. Okay. Think I'm getting there. Where I need to be. Okay. Welcome. I hope everybody had a great holiday. Yesterday it was really nice. I was with my twin sister and my brother-in-law and all my family. I'm going to upload some pictures, some videos of our family gathering, and it's at my sister and brother-in-law's home. All the family comes out here and celebrate the holidays because they have a pretty big and nice place. We call it the Ponderosa. They got a lake for fishing and stuff like that. So all the family comes out here and enjoy themselves. And it's my brother-in-law and sister are gracious enough to allow all of us. It's a pretty big bunch, and everybody brings a dish, and it works out real fine. But congratulations. Everybody hit that 055. I told y'all it was coming. I told y'all, and I said when it come, more money Terry be running to the bank, but I wasn't going to tell you what bank. Okay? And if some other folks was running to the bank with me, I'm sure. Yeah, I said that 055 and that 500. Now, you know I said it didn't play last year. That's why I don't bounce on and off my numbers. I build a bucket list of numbers of tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. And then when I back off the numbers in my bucket list. But then when I win, I go back into my bucket list of numbers that I didn't study, that I didn't track, and I know what's going on with them. I don't do the grids, the root sums, the date sums, the tic-tac-toes, the multiple different rundowns and workout strategies, because they're set up to try to show you what numbers are coming the next day. There's nothing out there that's going to show you what's coming the next day. The numbers are random. They're random. Nothing's going to tell you what's coming the next day. None of this got me into the winner's circle like tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. And yeah, it might take a while. OPPB, you got to be organized. My system is very organized. You have to be patient. You have to be persistent. You have to stick with a budget and play responsibly. When I back off numbers, I'm not just backing off any numbers that I, made off of the grids, the tic-tac-toes, the root sums, and the date sums, and different multiple workouts and strategies that I don't know nothing about what's going on with the numbers. I'm working with the actual numbers. And when I'm tracking and as the numbers come in and hit working with the law average, I have an idea of the probability of how long over time those numbers are going to hit. You can't build a law of average or probability off the grids, the root sums, the date sums, the tic-tac-toes, and all the other strategies. And I don't care who say these numbers on random. I'm sorry, but in my book, they're random, and it works for me. It works for me. I hit the 839 on the 25th, 26th. When I hit the 839, I loaded up on the 055 and the 500 for the simple reason I knew that they were about due. They didn't fall none last year. The numbers that don't fall in the previous year, I bring them into that didn't fall in 2024. I bring them into 2025 because I know out of those 1,000 numbers, it takes 3 years for all those 1,000 numbers to rotate out. So I have to carry the numbers that didn't hit and put in my bucket list from the previous year, and I carry them over, and I know which ones to keep and why I'm keeping them. Because I know the front pair and the back pair, or whatever that pair number, everything is to know about that number, why I'm playing that number. I don't play no numbers unless I know why I am playing the numbers. Period. And when I pick up a number, I don't pick it up unless I know why I'm picking it up. I knew I'm playing, okay, I'm going to give a sample so you know how I won. That's what you want to know is how I won. Give you a perfect example. Come on, paper. So you can see exactly. Tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. And, be organized. And not just playing a whole lot of different numbers from day to day. Okay, everybody knows that's been following me. I told everybody. Illinois evening draw. I was playing this here, right? I was playing 050, right? And I told you I was playing the 500. Right? And also, I told you why I was playing these. They didn't fall last year. And also, the 50 front hadn't played last year. And the 50 back hadn't played last year. Okay? And I was playing this here. Most of this is my main number. I was playing this. Remember I kept telling you all this was my daily number I would be playing because I knew why I was playing it. Because this 50 front had played and the 50 back. And I was playing 505 on the front. I was playing 500. And I was playing 050, right? Now, I realized that the 0, by tracking the O on the front here, out of strategy number 3, and if you've been following me and you know strategy number 3, the O had not fallen for 68 days in this front position right here. This front position right here. So quite naturally, I was playing 055 also, like that. And this was my targeted bunch to play. Because I had already had the O covered here, right? I had the 05 covered here, this way, and I had the front pair and back pair of the 050 for the 50 here. And you could look at the 550 like this. And you could 50 combo. I mean, you can combo it also. And I comboed some of the both of them. When I hit the 38, the 838, my next 839, because the 39 hadn't fell on the back end. Remember I told you all about that? Because I had the 17 on the front that hadn't fell. along with the 50, which if you follow me, you knew about that, and the 50 on the back. And remember, I hit that 50 on the back when the 250 came in that hadn't failed all year. That's why you have to build a strategy and a skill set. You have to know what the numbers are doing. None of this will you see with this. None of that, what I just showed you here, will you see with this. You can't see it. You can't build a strategy. You can't build a skill set because you don't know what the numbers are actually doing. You running off the numbers running randomly. When you do this, you can build a strategy and a skill set. The number here that I'm waiting for now that didn't fall last year, these are the only two from the whole year from last year that did not fall. It's the 17 and the 50, the 50 on the front. Everything else from last year has fallen. Everything from last year has fallen. So now when I win, I'm not going to be doing the tic-tac-toe, they sub-agrees to find numbers. I'm loading up on anything with a 17 on the front and a 50 on the front. And how long it's been since it came out. This zero had not failed for 68 days. For I knew that it had to land on these. If I'm playing this, I had to play the zero on the front right here. I wasn't guessing to put that zero there. I knew why I was putting that zero there. Illinois evening draw, the zero hadn't failed on the front since the 019 failed. That was the last time, and it took 68 days. See what I'm saying? You have to know what these numbers are doing to get in the winner circle and be a bigger and better player, bigger, better winner, and be a better player. BBW, a bigger and better winner. You have to if you're going to continue to play the game. Not to play for fun. I play for fun, but you know why I can play for fun? Because I can strategize and work things out and see if they're really working as I track the actual 1,000 numbers. The actual 1,000 number with a simple a 4-step strategy that I have that I never got into the winner circle just using the grids, the root sums, the date sums, the tic-tac-toes, the multiple different rundowns, thinking that rainy days bought triple twos, that full moons bought triples, thinking that my birthdays would come, just carrying daily numbers just to be carrying them and not knowing nothing why I was carrying them. Thinking that certain numbers bring certain numbers, and what other things that I used to do. Thinking certain days bring certain numbers, playing certain numbers on certain days. None of that holds true when you start looking and tracking the actual 1,000 numbers because they're random. None of that's going to hold true, period. Can't hold true. The numbers are random. The only thing you can do is track the actual 1,000 numbers, working with the law average, and know that a zero ain't failed on no number in 2 months. A zero ain't failed with no number on the front of those PICK-3 numbers for 2 months to win just like I won here. And know why you would put that zero on the front to win. That's how you learn how to win. And all my 4 steps and strategies show you all of that information that you have to be a bigger and better winner. And when you stop playing or back off a number, don't be doing this to find a number when you've already built a bucket list of numbers to play. See here, right here, the 17 and 50. Now I'm going to be looking at what I'm gonna do a rundown on it. Let me show you something here. Them only two left. I'm pretty sure you can uh, go back and track Illinois evening draw, and always don't just go by my information. You need to be going by your own actual information. So we know that the front, the 17 ain't field, right? And we know on the front from last year, the 50 ain't field. Now, I'm not gonna get off that 055 and 500 because I know they didn't play it all last year. So working with the law average is a good chance for them to hit for the rest of the year about another 2 to maybe 3 more times once they show up. I know that. Working with the law of probability. I'm not getting up, and that's going to still be my daily carry number. And I'm probably still going to play it just the way it came. Because that zero has been 68 days since it fell on the front. So now working with the law of average, I know it's got to catch up with itself. So here, the 17, I do the wheel, I wheel it. I'll be 17170, 171, 172, 173, 174, 175, 176, 178, 179. Okay, that's it. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oop, no, 177. 177, 178, 179. Same here with the 550. 500, 501, 502, 503, 504, 505, 506, 507, 508, and 509. Now, see, you're looking with this here and the law average, you're looking for certain conditions to arise to know how you play in your numbers. See, this was a condition that arose for me to make sure I play this 505 and this 500 also as 050 and 055 because I knew that the zero had not failed for 68 days. That was a condition that I knew to apply that zero to my number that I was playing already, which doubly and triply increased my chances of winning. The same with the 839. I knew the 839 did not fall on the back. For last year. So if I was playing, if 839 was for some reason the number I was carrying, and I was carrying it as, I hope I ain't messing y'all up, scribbling on this paper. And I was carrying it as 938. I would definitely also carry it as 839 because I know the 39 haven't filled up. That's the conditioning. That's how you build a strategy. That's how you build a skill set. None of this could get me there because none of this included all 1,000 numbers for me to track and know what was going on with them. It just wasn't happening. You can't, because the numbers are random. The numbers are random. And if you're using this to try to win alone, you're playing a loser's game. You're playing in the blind. You're looking at the trees instead of looking at the forest. You have to know that a 68 ain't filled on the front, a no number for 68 days to apply to winning. Have to. Now I told you I win about 3 or 4 times a month, right? I already hit 2 times this month, right? 3 times last month, 4 times. But I don't look more than that. I don't play harder than that. Because I know what it takes and what these numbers are doing. I'm not guessing what these numbers are doing. And that's where you have to get into the winning circle. But it's a simple strategy. Very simple strategy. All it is, once you get my sheets and or write them out and start going back and get about a year's worth of data. Now, right now, like I said, I was telling you all from last year, 2024, I could see that it's going to take a while for the numbers in 2025 and evening draw to start lining up, and they're beginning to line up. Okay? Uh, they're beginning to line up because we're going into June. That's 6 months in. And I'll be able to see more. That's why I could see that that zero hadn't fell in the front for 68 days. You start looking for numbers that's out 68 days, 90 days, 120 days. You look for numbers in the opposites to compare. Then you know why you always plan your numbers. You're not guessing it, not one number. It's imperative that you track the numbers to be a bigger and better winner. You can't get around it. If you try to do a tic-tac-toe and a date sum or any of that, and if you're trying to do this, and everybody do it different, and because you win one time, you don't know why you won or how you won. If you ain't tracking the 1,000 numbers to see what they're doing, let's say a number that I'm gonna use the way they use the tic-tac-toe. They'll put the winning number that came in. Let's say the winning number is 1, 2, 3. They'll put it up here, or they'll run it down to the side, or they'll run it here, or they'll run it diagonally. But most of them run them. This basically example. They'll run, say the 1, 2, 3 came in. They add 1, 2, 3. And they usually run it diagonally. Okay, this is one of the tic-tac-toe strategies that people use. That's what I was using at one time. And then you add 1 to the 3, you get 4. 1 to the 4, you get 5. 1 to the 5, you get 6. 1 to 6, you go over here, you get 7. 1 to 7, you get 8. 1 to 8, you get 9. Now you're supposed to come up with winning numbers that's gonna come in for the next day out of this strategy. I'm just going with a strategy, y'all, that everybody is familiar with, that use to try to get into the winner circle. Now, you're supposed to pull numbers, make the play out of this strategy. First, they'll go across this way to get some number, getting 3 numbers. You go 1, and yeah, if you play enough, you'll hit using this, but you won't know why you won using this, because it's not going to be consistent because the numbers are random. You got 1, 6, 5. Then you go this way, 7, 2, 4. Then you go this way, you get 8, 9, 3. Got 8, 9, 3. But see, if I did choose this 8, 9, 3, I would definitely, like I say, play it as 8, 3, 9. Okay? But that's me knowing, but I wouldn't use this system. I wouldn't use it. I don't use it anymore at all. And then that's 3 numbers. Then to get 3 more numbers, you want to go this way with them. You want to go 1, 7, 8. Then you want to go 6, 2, 9. Then you want to go 5, 4, 3. So we got how many numbers now? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. Now you want to get some more numbers. So you're going to do the corners, make numbers out of the corners. Got 1, 2, so you're going to get 9, 3, 4. 9, 3, 4. Then you're going to go 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. And then you're going to go 6, 1, 7. 6, 1, 7. Then you're going to go 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. I'm going to put that up here. It ain't going to matter. 7, as long as y'all can see it. 7, 8, 9. So how many numbers we got now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10. Normally what they're looking for about 10 numbers. But they'll usually go diagonally this way too. Let's say that they go diagonally this way. Let's make some more numbers up. Diagonally this way. 825. I might stop in a minute here. It's 825. 825, right? Yeah, that's about the last one, ain't it? That you can make out of it. That I can see. It's been a while since I did this. Yeah, that's about it. Or sometimes they'll do this. Man, they can make as many numbers as they want out of this tic-tac-toe. And some of them do. But I'm just going to step with this. Now you have these numbers here that you're supposed to play the next day, and hopefully one of these numbers hit. But that's $5 you done spent, and you don't know nothing about these numbers unless you did track the actual numbers to know why you would play these numbers. These numbers here are the numbers that you're supposed to use to try to win the next day. If you go straight across like this. Like that. All right? Now, what they'll tell you, if none of these numbers come in after you didn't play them, and let's say right here, say 825 come in. Not 825, but let's say 820. Let's say 820 come in. I'm going to say 820. Then they tell you, oh, there it was in front of your face. All we had to do was make this 5 a 0, play a mirror. I call it out. Play the mirror of this 5. You know, mirror of 5 is 0. They tell you, they do the mirror, and you've seen this before. If you haven't, then you must be a newbie, because everybody knows about mirroring numbers. You do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you add 5 to the top numbers up here, and you add 5 to the 0, you get 5. 5 to the 1, you get 6. 5 to the 6. 5 to the 1, you get 6. 5 to the 2, you get 7. 5 to the 3, you get 8. And 5 to the 4, you get 9. 4 is, they call it mirrors, but I don't use mirrors on this channel. I call them opposite numbers. They're actually exact opposite numbers. The top 1,000 and the bottom 1,000. 5 is opposite. 5 is a mirror of 0, 0 mirror of 5. 1 is a mirror of 6, 6 is a mirror of 1. 2 mirror of 7, 7 mirror of 2. 3 is mirror of 8, 8 is mirror of 3. 4 is mirror of 9, 9 is mirror of 4. Really, they mean opposite or sister numbers, but it's really opposite. Now, that's what they'll tell you. That, oh, there it was right here to make this supposed to have some meaning. If you can change any number on here, it's only got 0 to 9. If you change any of these numbers and a number come out the next day and you can change these numbers, you'll always make it by 99% of them that you would have won on here. But that ain't how it go. You can't change none of these. If these don't hit exactly like they are and you don't know why you playing them, they ain't no good. I don't care what they do over here after the fact. If you change any of these numbers, they ain't no good. They're not no good. You can't understand it. And that's what the biggest problem is. When you're doing this, I don't care what they use, if you ain't tracking the 1,000 numbers, none of this can make sense. None of this is going to tell you that a 68 didn't fall in the front position for 68 days. That's what you have to know. That ain't what you got to guess to know, you have to know. To be a bigger and better winner. You have to know if a 5 ain't fell in the middle. You have to know if it's you have to know that 777 didn't fall with no number. No sevens fell with no numbers for 60 days. That's the kind of stuff that's going on that you have to know. That a 38 pair ain't failed for 120 days. That's the stuff you have to know. You have to know if 1, 2, 3 and his opposite number 6, 7, 8 in no shape and form has failed all year for the whole year or the whole 6 months. You have to know what number and its opposite ain't failed throughout the whole year, working with the law of average. Then when you play, you want to play both numbers. Because 9 out of 10, one of the other number gonna come. That's how I get in the winner circle. No guessing. I know what's going on. Using 4 simple strategies. Tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. That's how I hit the 005, the 055, the 389, the 250. I can rattle them off for you. And I get an email from Illinois Evening Draw showing that I won. But I don't put up everything I win. I really can't. Because with my strategy, I might see a number right off the bat that I play. But I don't post everything I win. I don't need to do that for the simple reason. If you here on this channel and you doing the work, you'll know what I'm doing and you'll see the results on your state, in your numbers. So I don't have anything to prove to anybody. The proof is in the pudding. And it's going to be more apparent to you when you start doing what I'm showing you. And this ain't no get rich quick thing. You can do good, I can tell you that. But if you're in a hole, stop digging. This ain't no, don't play out of need or greed. This ain't no get rich quick. This takes time. This takes study. This almost like building a degree. It don't take a lot of time, but it does take effort to track the numbers. And even if you don't track them for a week, you still can catch up with the PICK-3 at a glance strategy. You can take time off and say, okay, I might not track for a week, but it ain't gonna take you but a whole 30 minutes to catch up. With my strategy, you don't have to go back and look at patterns and try to match a pattern up with what's going on in your state. It don't work like that. Patterns are not going to show you what's going on with none of the numbers. For a simple reason, patterns can't show you because they flipping and mirroring numbers when they get ready. You can make a pattern out of any of this to make up with what might be going on with your state. The numbers are random, so patterns cannot work in my book. None of this. Numbers don't follow numbers. Rainy days don't bring numbers. Sunny skies don't bring numbers. Dreaming numbers, you can look up. Other than tracking the actual 1,000 numbers and winning is luck. With no strategy. I mean, it might be some luck. I don't even consider my winning as luck because I know what I'm doing. I know why I win. It's luck when you don't know why you won or how you won or why you would play a number. That's all luck, all luck. But when I win, I know how I won. I know why I won. I know what number I'm going to play next. Not after the fact. And you will too. Anybody will. It's simple math and tracking and understanding. And knowing what the 1,000 number and its opposite is. Knowing what the opposite pair to any number is when you see it. Or the opposite to, well, you know, the opposite. I just showed you the opposite to all the numbers. And see, another thing, I know that when I was playing the 505 and the 500, I knew that because they are actually opposite pairs, opposite numbers of each other. See, a 0 opposite 5, 5 opposite 0. They the opposite numbers of each other. That increases my chances of numbers falling that next year if I stay with them. And then when I back off, say I want to back off some numbers, if I'm playing a couple of more numbers with them, and I know these are my daily plays, I'm not getting off of this because I know why I'm playing. And then that's 0 not playing on the front for 68 days was right up my alley. See, when a number takes this long and not come out, I'm licking my chops. I'm licking the longer these numbers take it don't hit, I'm licking my chops because I know exactly how I'm going to place my number. And you will too. Anybody will. So that's how I want it. Knowing why I'm playing my numbers, not guessing at all. No guess why I'm playing the numbers. I mean, like I say, numbers are random. It's luck if you are playing and not know nothing about why you're playing that number using a tic-tac-toe, take sums and grids. I don't care if you pull a number off of any of that method and you don't know why you're playing it. It's strictly luck. Because you didn't have a strategy to plan the number. If you was playing it because you said 1, 2, 3, or bring 4, 5, 6, that ain't how it works. You got to work with the law average, see how long it's been since the number being out. The law averages and probabilities. And knowing that a number in its opposite hasn't played at all in any other forms that it can come. You know, these numbers here can come 6 different ways. The 1, 2, 3 can come 6 different ways, and the 6, 7, 8 comes 6 different ways. And knowing that it didn't come in either of those ways. And a double comes 3 different ways. And knowing that it or its opposite didn't come in any way. That's how I get in the winner's circle. And you can too. You have to know this stuff. But it don't take but a minute to do it and to know it. But you have to go back from January. You can go back 6 months. I say go back to a year because when I put my system together, I went back to a whole year eliminating data. I'm gonna bring out the sheets that I use. When I came to Illinois, and I'll go any state I go to, I got to go back and use my sheet. And I eliminate all the numbers off of each of these columns. When I do, I took 22 numbers. After studying and getting in the hole myself and getting frustrated with the numbers, I said there had to be a better way, and I knew the one way I always had in my mind, a book said that no matter what system the lottery uses, it has to work with the law average. But I wasn't using that. And the only way to use the law average, you have to know what all 1,000 numbers are doing. But at that time, it was kind of complicated for me. I didn't even have an idea how I would track 1,000 numbers. But after almost losing my home and my car, almost my job and my wife, I said, I'm doing something wrong here. There's something really screwed up here. So I said, I sat down and put some numbers together and made 22 columns where I could actually track all 1,000 numbers at a glance. That's why you see it's called PICK-3 at a glance, without a whole lot of the tic-tac-toe, date sum, root sum, grids, and all that stuff. And I didn't at that time. Back then, it's over 30 years ago. Wasn't no laptops or none of that stuff around. So I went back after I made my sheet, handwritten out the sheet. What I did, I went back 2 years, working with the law average, eliminated every number that had played for 2 years off of this sheet here, this sheet here, doubles and singles and triples for 2 years. And any of the numbers that were left on the columns was the numbers I had made a bucket list out of to play and start hitting. Because I was playing the numbers that had not fallen, and I knew what to do with them. I knew to play those numbers. I went back 2 years. You won't have to go back that far. You don't need to go back. Go back a year of data. Eliminate in your state all the numbers off this sheet if you want that had fallen. And any numbers that's left on the columns is the numbers you want to start looking at building your bucket list off of, where you don't need to do any of this. Because you're going to start seeing that those numbers will start working with the law average, catching up with themselves and start hitting. I came up, these are called base numbers. I came up with, these are my numbers. Nobody else got anything like this. No sheet like this, period. None of this exists around with nobody. And if they did, they got it from me, I bet you 99.9%. So those numbers I came up with on the singles. It's 012, 013, 014, 015, 016, 017, 018. Then I skipped over 024, 028. I'm sorry, 025, 026, 027, 037. Those are my numbers I came up, and I called them base numbers. I did the 111 rundown on these base numbers to come up with 12 columns to get the 720 singles that I needed on these 12 columns that I could find anytime when the winning number came in. So what I would do, the winning number come in, I do the 111 rundown on the winning number, and one of these base numbers would always be in that rundown, unless it was the base number itself. If the base number comes in, I would just mark the base number off, showing that it had already hit the column, because the base number is one of the rundown numbers. Then after I figured that out, I went to the doubles and put them together on the sheet. This was the first strategy, number one, first sheet I started. It's the PICK-3, but it's part of the, this is number one, still number one. The doubles. I did the same thing with the doubles. I did 001, 002, 003, 004, 005, triple zeros. Then I came down here and did 011, 022, 033, 044. And that made up my whole strategy number one. So I went back a year and eliminated all numbers that had played already. And any state I go to, I would take a single sheet, go back and eliminate before I even start playing in that state. and I would eliminate all the numbers that had not failed. I mean, that have failed, fallen. And then any of the numbers that hadn't fallen, now I know what to go off of. Off the columns, just looking at the columns. And any numbers that, and I look for their opposites that hadn't failed. Like I said, with the 005 and this 550 hadn't failed in Illinois. See, I had my eye on that. Everything that's highlighted or circled came. So that's why I picked it up to make it part of my daily play. And as I win, I always would know what numbers to pick up to play. It's the numbers that have not fallen, because the likelihood of them showing up was great. Because any of these numbers, a single number can take 15 years and never show up. Some of the numbers can take 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and never show up, and you plan it. Or we plan it. And that's why I got off that train. I said, let me get on and build my own train to get on. That's what I did. Let me build my own train. I built my own train. Then I said, okay, I know how to track all of the doubles. And I know how to track all the singles. Let me put together a strategy number 2 to track the pairs. Hold on, let me see it. Track the pairs with. So I came up with this strategy here. This is strategy number 2, the triangle. Now, when you refer to me or you talk, make sure you refer to strategy number 2 as the triangle. So I figured out how to track the single pairs and know when to use them with this triangle. This triangle represents, out of the 1,000 PICK-3 numbers and their pairs, is 2,710 single pairs out of 1,000 numbers. And I made it where you can track the single pairs and know exactly what's going on with those single pairs. And know what pairs have played and what pairs haven't played. And on your doubles. That's what I did. Now this is May sheet down here. What I do, whatever number pair I don't mark off here, I carry into May next month. So at a glance, I know what numbers ain't played and what pairs ain't played. Like 2,710 of the pairs. And it's a matter of just tracking, studying, and building a skill set off the actual numbers. Which you'll start doing it as you're tracking. And even if you don't play, you want to track to develop a skill set and a strategy. Let's see something here too. All right, okay. Right here, and I'll show you the other strategies here. Okay, let's see what we got here. What is that? Okay, I know it's here. Huh. There it is. This is strategy number 3. This is the one that let me know that the zero hadn't failed in the front position for 68 days. That's when I started watching it. I started watching in 30 days what number don't hit for the whole month and what position. Then the next month, I got an idea what number hasn't hit. Let me move this out of the way here. This sheet, this here won't be applicable to what I'm trying to talk about. I'm gonna erase all this here. Just explain it. Let's see here. Clean it up a little bit. So what it is, when a winning number come in, it's a simple strategy, but powerful. More powerful than anything that I've seen using these strategies that I came up with. Tracking the numbers. I always, when a number is cold, a number might not hit for all month, but I want to know what position that number didn't hit in, and I didn't see anything out there that would show you that. And there's people using my stuff already on their channel. They don't think I know, but I know. But I created this. I don't compete. I create. So I'll come up with something, better. But if they're using it, I'm good with it. Imitation is the best form of flattery. I think I heard somewhere a long time ago. Now, but you're doing any winning number come in. For example, I'm gonna do an example here. Just for example, say winning number. I'll use 1, 2, 3 because it's simple, easy, and straight. I'll do 1, 2, 3. That's a single with 3 different numbers. You're gonna mark the 1 on the front, and the 2 in the middle, and the 3 on the end. So any single come in, you're gonna mark them off this strategy number 3 like that. All I did was took 3 columns from 0 to 9, like that. Then, if it's a double, let's go with 2, 2, 4. You're gonna mark off the 2 and 2 on the front, 2 in the middle, 4 on the end. That's the double. And then if it's a triple, like triple 5s, then you would do the 5. Oh, don't tell me it's running out. Looks like it's running out on me. 5, 5, 5. 5, 5, 5. Okay? Simple strategy, but powerful. Now, at the end of the month, whatever number you don't mark off in what position, you know where to play that number. Just like, see, the 0 had marked off for 68 days. I knew it hadn't marked off because I've been tracking it. That's why I played the 500 and 05, the 055 as 055 and the 500 as 050. When I played, because I was playing it at first as just 550. No, I was playing it first. Let me go back. I planned it as 505 because I knew the 50 is it's running out on me. I gotta get another marker. Okay. I guess it lasted long enough. Hope this one works. If it don't. Okay. I was playing it as 505 and 500, like that. So quite nasty when I seen that this zero hadn't hit for 68 days because I had my eye on it. I had my eye on it in 30 days. Then when it kept going 45 days, 50 days, as it kept going, I kept my eye on it. So I said, okay, it's about right to start adding to this 505 and this 500. So I made sure I played 055 and 050 dollar straight. You know how many times I played it. Uh, and then comboed it and played it because I was heavy on this. This was my daily number. So it came in as 055, and I know why I hit it. I didn't. If I had hit it and not know why I hit it, I wouldn't know where to invest my money at when I win, and wind up burning it all back up. But I won, so I'm gonna stick with this. This is gonna still be my carry number after I hit the 839. Because I know why I won it. Because I put the 39 on the back. And like I say, you strategize. I say, well, they might play the opposite of that 3 and make it an 8. Because I was playing 339 also. So I say, okay, they might make, from me studying and seeing, they might just take one of my numbers and play this opposite. So it was 839 also. See that? Off my actual numbers that I've been playing and know why I'm playing them. And I knew that 39 hadn't failed on the back all last year. This is strategy number 3. It's powerful because you're gonna always know what positions those numbers fell in and didn't fall in, and how to use them. And if the zero hadn't hit for 68 days, then I would have loaded up more on this one. You always know what to do with your numbers with strategy number 3. Just like I knew that the sevens hadn't failed in Missouri with no number for 60 days, just like that zero hadn't failed for 60 days. With no number. So I play triple sevens. That's when I play triples. I have to know when. I don't play triples a lot. But if you've been following my video and you're studying, you know why I say I don't play triples, because it's hard to catch triples. And it's hard to know when they're coming in. And they play the least, and on average, they only hit 3 times out of a year. So I don't really do triples. I do triples if no triple has fallen for the whole year. No triple has fallen for the whole year up to November or December. Then I'll start looking at triples and to pick them up. Now, right now, since that zero here fell, and it's first time after 68 days, I might look at playing triple zeros, because I think I might look at playing it. I got money to play with now. I got money to play with. So, and stick to a budget. I play when I hit, then I reinvest into the numbers I'm playing, into my bucket list of numbers. But I'm looking at triple zeros. I'm looking at 0-0 front and 0-0 back, and putting a little money on triple zeros. That's what I'm doing. And I ain't telling y'all to play this stuff or play like I play. I'm showing y'all what I'm doing. And I'll put up numbers to play. Stick with your budget. Stick with your budget. You might not be able to play them all. But I pretty much laid out what numbers I'm playing. It's about 10 of them. That ain't many numbers, but I've already hit 2 off of them already for the years out. I ain't even looked at, we don't know what's coming out tonight and next rest of the week. But like I say, on average, it's about 3 or 4 times for a month for me. And that to me is a good deal. The way I play. It's not trying to hit every day. It's knowing how to play. Knowing to load up on this 055 and knowing why you loading up on 055 when you hit. Or if the 055 came for the 839, I would have loaded up on the 839 and the 339. That's how you build a strategy and a skill set to get into the winner's circle. Or we will. Because we in this together. That's why I'm trying to get everybody in there. And like I say, I don't have memberships and all that stuff because I know pretty much if you're looking at what I'm showing you to do, you're going to get into the winner's circle. And all I ask is you bless the channel as the channel blesses you. That's all I ask. And if you're doing the work, now if you're not doing the work, I ain't looking for no blessing. You ain't gonna get no blessing, so I will get a blessing. If you ain't doing like I'm showing you here, so don't worry about it. People that's winning do bless the channel because they know it works. But I do the lives, and I'm here to show everybody what I know. But I know the grids, the root sums, the date sums, the tic-tac-toes. The most wasn't giving me everything I needed to know why I would do this to win. It can't. Studying a pattern, it can't tell you what's going on. Because the patterns are varying and changing. You got to go back to see if a pattern is going to work in your state. Tracking the actual 1,000 numbers will always work in your state. In our state. That's why I'm state specific. I don't put up a whole bunch of numbers and then when a number hit a state and say take credit for it, because there's no way I can track all them numbers and have the type of strategy that's needed to put up the right numbers to win. I guarantee you ain't nobody hit as many times I have in Illinois, almost pretty much. They put, I don't care what number they put up. Tell them to show you where they've hit in Illinois like I've hit. Just tell them. Just say, what numbers you hit in Illinois lately? And I'm showing you. Because I study, I know what I'm studying, I know what I'm looking at in Illinois. Evening draw. I ain't saying nothing about no midday stuff. When I play midday, I will be hitting midday also, but I don't. That's work. Trying to track both of them and put your money on both draws. You don't need to do that if you get one draw down and master using the law of average and using PICK-3 at a glance strategy. You ain't got to play all them different draws to try to win. Why you do that is because pretty much you don't. If you ain't tracking, you don't know why you playing the number. Or we don't know why we're playing our numbers. I've been there, done all this stuff. It takes OPPB. It takes you to be organized. It takes you to be patient. It takes you to be persistent. It takes you to stick with a budget and play responsibly. And if I have to stop playing for a while, so be it. But I know how to get back in the game. So be it. I know how to get back in the game. I'm not looking for a daily number that I'm carrying or just playing for luck. Because if you're playing for luck, I'm telling you, you just as good with all this. Just tell them, give you a quick pick for $5 straight box or $10 50-cent box. About as good as average. But you have to know the PICK-3 number while you're playing it. You have to know the front pair and back pair while you would play it. You have to know the single pair while you're playing it. And you have to know what positions those numbers then fill in for the whole month to play it. Those single numbers. And then you're in there like that there. I say, in there like that there. All right, family. I don't know who's all on here right now, but we'll see. I'm going to raise it up and let's see what we got. See if we got anybody on here. Hey, family. I see some on here. Welcome, 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 y'all. All right. Man. Hey, Cecile. We can go through chatting now. Is there any questions on this? I think I went through it pretty good. Thousands of dollars, one scratcher, sister. I lost count how much I done won. I don't, thousands of dollars I have won, yes. Yes, it's based on the law average. Sweet thing. How you doing? Sweet thing. How you doing? Glad to have you with us. Hey, Miss Johnson. Thank you, Candy K, all day. Appreciate you. Thank you for asking everybody to give it a thumbs up. Look like okay, yeah. Yeah, if you tried my system, you'll see. Uh, I don't really go in. I mean, the money is I do well, but the thing is, it's not about me. It's about you. If you want to play pick 3 and use my system, you'll see. That's all I can say. Any questions? Anything I can answer now? Ken K, I think you're new. You've been here a while. Appreciate your assistance. Let's see what we got here. But if you don't, I have fun with pick 3. I enjoy it now really a lot better than I ever had when I worked with the law average and started tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. Because I was learning, you learn as you go. Every time you tracking those numbers, you learn something. Actually learn something from tracking and using the law average. And I can answer any question anybody has and explain it in less than an hour where you will understand it and not without the grids, the root sums, the date sums, the tic-tac-toes, the multiple different rundowns and workout because there's just so many of them out there and they are confusing. Believe me. You got the 999 workout rundown. You got the 369 rundown. You got 917 rundown. You got they can make a rundown out of all those 1,000 numbers if they like. Out of all 1,000 numbers. And except for triple zeros. But my system is set up for you to do the work and do the learning and the understanding, and it's not that difficult, believe me. But you will need to track and get your bucket list. Go back and eliminate the previous numbers that have fallen, and play the ones that haven't fallen. Build your bucket list and start watching the numbers. the actual numbers in your state, because all the numbers run different in all the states. Midday run different from evening, evening run different from midday. In Texas, with four draws every day, all those run different. And really tracking, looking at states that's got the wild ball and fireball. It looks like it does interfere with the law average. It's taking a little longer for the numbers to come out. I know they're going to come because I track them. I know they're going to come, but how long it's going to take sometime is a disadvantage. Sometimes is a disadvantage with that wild ball and fireball. But like that's why I say, play them till they come, make their money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. That's why I say that because I know you have to have patience, and you have to know when to get on and off the numbers. You can't, when you get off, you don't want to pick up all new numbers. You want to stick with the numbers you've been playing all the time because you know why you're playing them. That was the key. I would jump off a number, and as soon as I jump off the number, here it come, and I'd be upset. But I don't do that anymore. I know where I have a set amount of set numbers that I play that I stick with. And if I do pick up numbers, I know that that number is to my advantage to play. Because like I said, if you've been looking, I put up the front pair, back pair, and the doubles to play, and that 500 and 055 was one of them. I put up 500, 055, or 505, 100, or 110, 399, 339, 559, and 599. That's all I put up, and two of them done hit already for the month. And let me see something there. Let's see. This, I can't get. Let's see what we got here. Any questions? I think I see something on my phone. Okay, not doing it. My phone is out of line. Mm, mm. If you, I think my phone is out of line. If you put in a comment and I haven't commented on it yet, probably because it's not showing up in the comments for me to see it yet. You might want to enter it again if you got a question here. Um, that way I can see it. But like I say, uh, you can't go wrong tracking. I don't care what you plan or how you plan it. And pick four, I don't do pick fours for the simple fact it's 1 in 10,000 odds. Pick three is the only one you can track on paper and make sense out of it. You can't track no 10,000 numbers. Pick five is 100,000 numbers. You can't track no 100,000 numbers or no 10,000 numbers. I stick with pick three because it pays me, and I can track it, and I can rationalize it, and I can build a skill set. thing. Okay, do you believe if you see double numbers, backtrack back? No, I have a no. It's just not if you see double numbers. You actually have to track the double numbers to see what they're doing, and track the opposites of the numbers. Now I'm gonna show you a sheet that I put together. Also, you probably haven't seen this one. I it works perfectly with the doubles. I don't follow doubles like that. Let me show you my sheet that I put together. Uh, where is it? Okay. No, it should be here. Let me. Yeah, it's a simple. It's simple what I did, but powerful. You know, I believe in the KISS effect. Keep it super simple. Where's the sheet at? Right. Keep things super simple. That's why I came up with this, because everything else to me was just too complicated. I'm gonna show you the trick on doubles. Okay? This is my double sheet that I put together. Let's see if it's up there. Let's see, make sure I put it up and make sure it lines up. You see that? What I did, I took all the doubles and lined them up with their opposites. See the 001 and the 110? The opposite is 556 and 665. So at a glance, I will always know what double and its opposite has played. You know, you can do that same thing on my strategy number one, but it was kind of hard to line up, to look at the whole column and see what number and its opposite hadn't played. So I say, this is really a fifth strategy. Not a fifth strategy, but a fifth sheet, because the strategy is still the same. So what I did, I put all the doubles and their opposites in, together in four columns like this. Not four columns, but where they're opposite of each other, four numbers compared together. Like the 002 and the 220, the 557 and the 775. This set is opposite this set. The 005 and the 330 and the 558 and 885. This set is opposite this set. At a glance, I know what set and its opposite hadn't failed off of that number. The 004 and the 440 and the 559 and the 995. Its opposite, its set, and its opposite with hadn't failed. Then here, the 005 and the 550 is the opposite set. Then here again, the 006, the 660, the 551, and the 115. They are opposite sets of each other. Then the 007, the 770, the 552, and the 225, they are opposite sets of each other. And so on and so forth. That's what all this sheet consists of when I put it together, because I wanted to know what double and its opposite haven't failed. Because I don't believe, you have to put things in order for them to make sense. You don't want, just because doubles show up, you want to know, you want to build your bucket list of numbers off, why you play. See here, these here that's got the orange circles around them. Not an orange, I'm sorry. Why I say that? I hope they're green looking to you. Green circles. These are the numbers that didn't fall pretty much when they hadn't failed last year. I know that the 2024. No, was it 20? It might have been 2023 when I went back and got the numbers. They hadn't failed at all, these sets here. So I put them into my bucket list as doubles to play when I got ready to play. I wasn't going to play all these doubles trying to hit. I wanted to know what number doubles hadn't played. And it's 005. So I lined them up to play. If a double and its opposite set hadn't played, those are the numbers I look at for the column that hadn't played. See here? There's 224, there's 442, 779, 997. It's that set and its opposite hadn't played. These were my playing numbers. The 334, the 443, the 889, and 998. These are my opposite numbers that play. And see, when you track back, and any of these that got its opposite don't play, those the doubles you're looking at you want to play. Because the likelihood of the ones that's already played coming out is already played is not that good. But working with the law average, when you see a set and its opposite and came out, then you broke it down to a 50-50 chance on one of these, just these four coming out. That's how I hit the 044. Because you're looking for conditionings. The 4-4 and the 9-9 are opposite pairs of each other. They hadn't hit for 4 months. So this 044 and this opposite and the opposite set hadn't played. I knew that one of these fours had to show, and more likely it was going to be the 044. So I loaded up on it. So you know what numbers to place your bet on. That's what you're looking for, certain conditions for the numbers to know how to load up on, and why you were playing them, and why you holding on to your numbers. You learn a certain conditioning. Well, I don't know what that is. I don't know, somebody playing around. Yeah, tracking is important. Tracking is important. But you have to have where you can, like I say, a system where you understand what's going on when you're tracking and looking for certain conditioning. And knowing when that condition arises, how you're going to use it. Working with the law average. And you'll start seeing how they average out, how the numbers start averaging out. Thank you for that question. Okay, and say it's okay, keep tracking. Yeah. You say, do I believe? The question is, do you believe if you see double numbers back to back, the triples are coming? No, I'll show you how I look. Like I say, triples pretty much. What I look for triples, like I say, to the end of the year, if a triple has not fallen, and going back to strategy number 4, let me go to show you strategy number 4. I don't know if you're familiar with it. Let me take this here off. This strategy number 4, this is powerful too. I took the front pairs and back pairs, and I got these numbers on top the same as the numbers on the bottom. Okay? So that way I always know, mark off all the front pairs and back pairs that haven't played. Let's say 1, 2, 3 is the winning number to come in. I'll mark off the 1, 2 on the front and the 2, 3 on the back. Simple strategy. 2, 3 here on the back. Like that. Or let's say you get a double and it's 5, 2, 5 come out. I'll mark off the 5, 2 on the front and the 2, 5 on the back, on the bottom. Because the bottom numbers and top numbers are the same. And quite naturally, if you get a triple, let's say it's triple ones, I'll mark off the triple ones on the front and the triple ones on the back. Now, at the end of the year, or toward the end of the year, I know what front and backs on all those 1,000 numbers ain't failed. I'm not guessing at them, I know. So, just like I knew last year that 3-9 hadn't fell on the back all year of last year off this simple sheet at a glance. So I made sure I put that 3-9 in my bucket list on the back to play. And now I know for a fact from last year, the 17 did not fall on the front and the 50 did not fall on the front from last year. Them the only two now that's left that did not fall from 2024. So all my focus is going to be on the 17 on the front and the 50 on the front now. Even though I still got that 500 and that 055 in play, because I know where I'm doing that. Because that double zero, that zero only hit on the front once already for the 055 out of 68 days. Out of 68 days. So, let's see here. Now, that way, I'm always aware of what's going on with all 1,000 numbers front and back. So if uh, triple comes at the end of let's say at the end of November and December, I see triple zeros on the front then fall. I mean, double zeros on the front don't fall, and double zeros on the back don't fall. November and December, if I'm playing triples, and no triples fail for the whole year, because I know 3 triples on average, working with the law of average, normally will come out each year. Then I'm going to play triple zeros, because I know now fell on the front and now fell on the back, and when they catch up with each other, it's a likely chance the double zeros falling 3 times on the front and also falling 3 times on the back. So that increases my chances of triple zeros hitting, because they didn't hit on the front or the back for the whole year, or any of the doubles. If I know there's 1-1 on the front and there's 1-1 didn't fall on the back, that increases my chances of hitting triple ones, or triple twos, or triple fours, or triple fives, triple six, triple seven, triple nine. It increases my chances. That's how you build a strategy and a skill set. That's how you play triples. Hey, Pepsi, good to see you. All right. Any more questions? I hope everybody had a good holiday. I had a beautiful one. I got to be with all the family. Yeah. And behind this tornado in St. Louis, it set me back a little bit, but I'm good. I'm good. The insurance company had canceled me 6 months prior before this storm. Y'all know that? Let me tell you, God good. 6 months prior, they had canceled me. The one insurance company, because somebody stole my central air unit, and I had to make a claim because they stole my central air unit. So they made a reason to cancel me. So because I had needed some repairs, the same repairs when they insured me, they they said now I need to fix them for they renew my insurance. That's the kind of stuff they do. But God had it where I was able to find some more insurance just for the storm hit to restore my house. And then here comes the city putting stickers on people's houses, color coding stickers on people's houses, red, yellow, and green, or orange and green, whatever they call it. Just flagging your house for thieves to go into it with a red sticker saying it's abandoned. And when the insurance adjuster come in, he didn't want to go in there because of the freaking red sticker. And I thought that was the most idiotic, the most stupidest thing they could do. I can't the appraisers appraise my house and stuff and get what I need done in it if they can't get in my house because they're scared to come in for some stupid stuff that the city put on my window. So, I've been around a while. I know how to get around. So I called some friends in City Hall and told them get that mess off my door. So get that mess off my home and off my door. And they came and got it together. But I can imagine if I'm going through some stupid stuff like that. I can imagine what people are going through, and I know people. Hey, I'm 73 years old. You think I don't know people in the city of St. Been in St. Louis all my life, and I've been in all organizations, so I know who to talk to make things happen. So I can imagine what people are going through if they don't know what I know. I can imagine putting them stupid stickers on people's doors. That was dumb. And I was really ticked when I found out the appraiser wouldn't go in my house tell me how much money and how much repairs and damage I was going to need to get my work done. My roof blew out. My third floor whole bay window blew in. I mean, my life was spared. And my whole kitchen window blew in. And both of my chimneys were tore off my roof. It pulled my electric all out my house, off the wall. And then the man come in there talking about he can't go in my house and he can't do nothing because of what the city. Man, I say, they work so freaking fast. It shocked me. I say, they don't work this fast when I call the police when they selling dope on the corner. Less than a week. They clearing things up less than a week, but they can't get rid of these drug dealers and dope dealers on the corner. Man, I was hot. I usually don't get upset too much, but man, they upset me that time. Yeah, I really don't get upset too much. Okay, yeah, you keep tracking. Uh, oh, one scratching sister. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'm good now. The holiday came, family, everything's well. So I don't let stuff bother me too long anyway. Either I can fix it or I can't. Then the rest I put in God's hand anyway. If I can fix it, I make sure I've done everything I can do to fix it before I put it in His hands. Then I know it's in good hands. Then I know it's in good hands. All right, family. Wow, it's 4 o'clock already. Oh my goodness. All right, family. Uh, Thanks everybody for being here. Okay, appreciate it. All right, everybody have a blessed day. OPPP, be organized, be patient, be persistent, stick with budget, play responsibly. And if you're tracking, you'll soon be packing to Lucky Town. And please like, share, comment, and subscribe to become a bigger and better winner.